Now I want to write a statement. See, class sample or exception example, right? Now I want to write a exception example one, right? See, program execution starts from a string arguments. Now I want to write some instructions. Now I am writing some instructions for our understanding. See, first instruction is program execution started. See here. Now I am writing series program execution started. Yeah. Now I want to read command line arguments from value. I want to print it. How to print command line argument? Integer dot parse int of argument of 0. Okay. I want to read a number and I want to print it also. How to print? System.out.println. I want to print n value also. I am going to print n value is plus n. And also I want to give a message program execution completed. Right? I want to give a message as program execution completed. Right? I have written 4 instructions. Exception program execution started, and I read the n value, and I have written the statement execution completed. See, this is a program I have written, guys. Save this program. What will happen? Right? Now I want to save in your folder, right? Java online one. Right? File name is prg50, right? prg50.java. Yeah, once compile this. Okay, how to compile? Now I want to compile. Java sees the compiler prg50.java. It is showing compile. Java class name is what? Exception example. Now we need to pass argument, guys. This is a way of executing, right? Program execution started, n value is 10, and execution completed. This is right, completed. Now, but if I forget to pass the value now, what will happen? See, here program execution started. Here it is showing on message execution completed. Sorry, exception in thread main. Exception in thread main. Why it is showing only one thread? Right, only one thread is executing, that is main thread, right? See, java.lang.array index out of bounds exception, we did not pass, argument is 0. Okay, where it is showing that at exception example dot main function prg50.java 8th line. You can check it. 8th line it is getting exception. See, this is first line, second, right? See, you can check it. See, guys. First line, second line, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Here it is getting the exception. 8th line. Okay. With the new line, these lines also it will counted. Whenever exception occur, it is showing the exception in thread main Java. This is called runtime exception, guys. See, here you need to understand one point. You did not pass the value, right? We did not pass the value. It is saying convert that value to integer without passing. How it is possible? Understand once. You did not pass the value, but then that value you need to convert. You did not pass. You are saying convert that value. Okay, that's why JVM is getting confusion to execute this instruction. How can we convert that value? That's why that exception is showing. What is printing? N value is n. This is not possible to print. But what about this statement? Program execution completed, or any other statements are there? I want to continue the flow of execution. Are you following why this error is coming, right? Whenever exception occurred, then it shows the message, right? Once write this, right? If I want to open one website, sometimes what will happen? It shows a server busy. Okay. What is server busy, right? What is the actual error? What it provides? See, you know, right? This is server, right? Server nothing but again system. How clients can connect to the server? Clients nothing but again another computer, right? See this. How they will connect? They connect through one virtual device that is called port. We use socket. Socket contains port. Through that sock port only it can connect to the server machine. Through that socket port number, every socket has one port. Okay, some limit also is there. For example, it can connect maximum 100 clients at a time. Okay, first client can connect and 100th client also connect. Maximum limit of the socket is 100. Okay, for example, if it is Amazon.com, right? Assume this is right, any other software, right? That limit also will be there. For example, 100 clients at a time can connect. Okay, sometimes if they right provide the offers, all clients, all users, they will try to connect, but some users they will get the errors are uh, server busy, right? They cannot access that service what they are providing. Okay, what is the error? Actual error is that is not server busy. Actual error is socket error. Okay, socket error. Whenever socket error comes, right, a user cannot understand what is socket error. Okay, user cannot understand socket error. This is nothing but a exception while executing the program. How they will do this error message, they convert to user defined error message, that is nothing but a server busy. Okay, what is exception handling? Nothing but a converting user defined user error message, sorry, system defined error messages into user error messages is nothing but a exception handling. Clear? Users sometimes cannot understand. That's why sometimes they won't provide error message also. Only 404 error, 504. If you want that error, you have to go through the description. What is 404 error, 504? That numbers will be there. Okay, they cannot provide that message, right? If you want that exact error, you can go there and you can check it. Why that error is coming, right? What is exceptional handling? Nothing but a converting system error messages into user defined error messages is nothing but exception handling. Okay, yeah, what is exception handling, right? Converting system generated error messages into converting system generated error messages into user defined or user understandable user messages is nothing but a user understandable message is nothing but a exception handling. Okay, converting system generated error messages into user understandable messages. Okay, we can handle exceptions using exceptional handlers. We have exceptional handles are try, catch, throw, throws, finally. We write some notes about this try, catch, throw, throws, finally. Right, we have exceptional handlers are try, catch, throw, throws, finally. Okay, how to handle these exceptions? See, we write some points about this exceptional handler. Yeah, how to handle the exceptions? This is a first instruction, second instruction, third instruction. For example, if you get an exception here, right? C equals to A by B. Okay, see here. Now this is the next instructions. Okay, what is how to handle the exception? Entire block we keep in try block, right? Yeah, what is try block specialty? It scan the exceptions at runtime, not at compile time, guys. Remember, what is try? It scans the exception. What kind of exception we are getting, right? Whenever exception occurred at runtime, what will happen? It informs to JRE, nothing but a JVM. Okay, Java Runtime Environment or JVM. Who will play the role? JVM plays the role in JRE, right? What is JVM? Whenever exception occurred, try scans and it sends to JVM. Okay, JVM what it will do? It creates one information it provides. Okay, it creates with information one exception class object. It creates exception class object. JVM create exception class object. Okay, and with information why that exception is coming. Okay, everything it stores, right? Exception class object it creates. Okay, see guys, after that, after creating exception class object, somebody should store. Okay, that's why what will happen, end of the try block, catch block will be there. Yeah, if you want to know that exception, if you want to catch that exception, here exception will be terminated, here program execution will be terminated, that control goes to JVM. After that, what it will do, it sends that control again back to here, right? That control back to here. Who will send? JVM sends that control nothing but a flow of execution. JVM sends back to catch. Okay, after that again normal flow will be going on. Now you understood, first line will be executed, second line will be executed, third line will be executed. Whenever you get the exception in the fourth line, then it sends, try block sends that exception to JVM. Okay, JVM it handles that exception, right? Handle means that it provides the exception information and it sends to catch block, that total information stored in the exception class object. Then who can understand, here you can get that exception information, user can understand that exception information. Now use developer nothing but a user nothing but a developer can understand that exception, using that system message, that exception error message into you will convert to user defined error messages, user understandable format. Okay, JVM provides system generated exception, system generated message, user you will handle with user defined error message, user can understand that. Okay, you understood. What should we write? Try and catch blocks you have to write. See, now previously we have written program, right? See how to handle the exception. Now see guys, previously we have discussed where the exception is coming. Eighth line, we can write at the eighth line. This is the eighth line, right? We can keep this only try block, just the eighth line. Eighth and ninth also I want to do this. This is outside of this statement. If you want to keep everything in the try block, no problem. From next time onwards, I will keep everything in the try block. We don't know where exception you get, right? I know this, here you won't get any exception. That's why I did not keep here. But normal program, if you write in application, you don't know where exception comes. That's why everything you should keep in try block. Here I know for this printf statement, you won't get any exception. That's why I'm not writing any. See, I'm not keeping in try block. Here now try will scan. Okay, see once. Which exception is coming? See, catch. Here what exception is coming? Previously we checked it, right? That exception, array index out of bounds exception. You have to write array index out of bounds exception. See this. Array index out of bounds exception. Okay, JVM creates that exception object. Okay, what is it stores? Information about that exception. Now I want to do this, execute. Okay, how to execute this? Now I want to execute this, guys. See, now I'm going to execute this. See, what exception is coming? What information? I want to know that exception. That's why I want to print E also. What is E? E is it provides information about that exception. What is E? See once. Yeah, I will show you which class it was, right? What are the super classes? I will show you everything. One C, Java C, PRG, 50.java. Array index out of bounds, O capital, here out of bounds exception. See, compile this, no error. How to execute? Normally we execute like this, exception example 1, we need to pass 10. If I pass 10, now this normal flow of execution, there is no any exception. If you did not pass arguments, then exception occurred. See, there is no abnormal termination, right? There is no abnormal termination. Program execution started, total program executed, right? See this, Java dot, what is E provides? Only partial information. Okay, E dot get message also is there. See, what is E provides? What is E dot get message? We have E dot get message also. E dot get message. What is E dot get message? If you want to see the information, I will show you. And E dot print stack trace. Print stack trace. See this. This is what superclass is. All exceptions. Superclass is exception class. See, which these all classes are Java P, Java dot lang dot array index out of bounds exception. I will give the diagram also. Array index out of bounds exception. See this. Yeah. Now public class Java dot lang dot array index out of bounds exception extends what? Which class? You can take it. See this. Index out of bounds exception. Index out of bounds exception. Nothing but a see. I want to type index out of bounds exception. See this. There is no array. Index out of bounds exception. This is belongs to. This is extends what? Runtime exception. I want to write a runtime exception also. See this. I want to write runtime exception. See this. What is this runtime exception? Runtime exception extends what? Extend exception. Normally we say exception is the super class for all classes. Okay. But exception class I want to see. What is exception class? See just a exception class. This is exception again extends throwable. Okay. What is the flow? See now what is the diagram for this? What is the super class for all classes? Which class it is? That is java.lang.object. Object is a super class, guys. Object is a super class. Okay, from object, which class is there? Throwable. These are all classes. This is throwable also lang package. I am not going to write that package name also. Throwable. Throwable is super class for these all exceptions. Okay. Throwable again we have two classes, right? What are the two classes? Exception class and error class. We have error class. In error again we have that subclasses also. This is error. Here we have what? Exception class. Exception. Okay. What is this exception class we have again? This is error. In error again we have stack overflow exception. Okay. JVM machine exception. Machine exception error. We have that errors also. Stack overflow error. Okay. See this. Again exception we have subclasses, guys. What are the subclasses? See. We have subclasses nothing but a compile time file not found exception. File not found exception, IO exception. In runtime exception, we have again, these are what compile time exceptions, guys. These are compile time exception. Number four, sorry, remaining interrupted exception. I told you, right? Those are compile time exception. Again, we have runtime exceptions. In the runtime exception, again, we have classes are, what is the runtime exception? See, in runtime exception, again, we have subclasses also. This is runtime exception. In runtime exception, again we have subclasses. What are the subclasses? Arithmetic exception, number format exception, array index out of bounds exception. Right? We have again exceptions like this. Number format exception. Okay. And again superclass is what? Index bounds exception. In index bound, again array index out of bounds exception. This is a diagram for exception hierarchy, right? Main superclass is throwable. Okay, what is throwable methods? I want to see the throwable methods. See, Java P, Java dot lang dot. In exception, there is no any methods. There is no any method. All constructors are there. I want to see the throwable method. See the throwable method. See, in the throwable we have methods. If you want to see the message, get message is there. Get message. We have those other methods also. We use a print stack trace. Print stack trace. We use print stack trace and get message. Okay. Using these two methods, we can print the total exception information. See this. E dot get message and E dot print stack trace. Okay. See once what it provides. We check it. Now Java C prg 50.java. e dot get message, M capital here, e dot get message, compile, yeah, run the class name, class exception example 1. We need to pass 10. If I pass 10, this is a normal flow of execution. Only try block will be executed. Okay, see this. If we did not pass, that catch block is executing. What is this? E means it provides this information. Java.lang.array index out of bounds exception and 0. This exception name plus why that exception is coming. Okay, exception name and why that exception. What is e dot get message? Why that exception is coming? Only 0 it is printing. E dot print stack trace. It provides total information, right? See, one by one I will show you. See what is e dot get message. See once, guys. Compile once. PRG50.java. I'm not, see this. Now what e means, it is providing that information and why that exception is coming. Now if I did not pass this value, now I want to take this only, right? See this. Once compile again, PRC50 Java exception. See this, argument 0. We did not pass argument of 0. E dot print stack trace. What is e dot print stack trace? See this, PRG50.java, Java exception 10. Program execution started, java.lang.array index out of bounds exception. At exception, see this is total information. What is the exception name? Why that exception is coming? Where that exception is coming? Right? Where and exception name and why? Clear? E dot get message and e dot print stack trace. You understood how to handle this? When try block will execute if there is no exception. When catch block will execute if exception is there. Okay. Yeah, first draw this diagram. Provide user defined error message also. That is how to provide. Here I want to provide. This is for developer purpose. E dot get message and e dot print stack trace. That is for developer purpose, not for user purpose, right? That is first developer has to understand that user has to convert user error message. How to convert? This is exceptionally. You need to pass. See. You need to pass argument. You need to pass arguments. This is a message I am going to provide, right? See once, e dot print stack trace not required for user. Okay, see this. Once compile prg50.java, Java array example 1 10. If I pass 10, program execution started and values 10, program execution completed. If I did not pass, user can see this message only. Program execution started, but you need to pass arguments. You can understand, then you will pass the arguments. This is entire mechanism is for developer purpose. Okay, not for user purpose. Okay, this developer can understand that error messages, then you will provide user defined error message. That is exception.